Let me see. We are live. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this little live stream I have going on tonight. How's everyone doing? This is LC Muscles 20 here, back with a brand new video, and it is time to do the 2021 Steelers Draft Recap. That's right, folks. We officially completed the 2021 NFL Draft, so now everything's all set. The good thing is now we can now evaluate all our draft picks and see if we got any of our picks right, and like see who I got right in my mock drafts and see which players pretty much could make an impact to our team right away, which I actually am excited to talk about. We have 8 draft selections along with 8 undrafted free agents that we got to go over. I'm very excited to have this draft this year. This was a really solid draft for the Steelers overall, and I'm very happy with what the Steelers did and picked. Even though there are some people like Aaron Andrew going, it just wasn't a good year. Oh my God, how are we gonna run without an offensive line? Well, the good thing is we did a draft offensive line. We drafted every position that we did need. How you guys doing tonight? What's up, Bills Mafia, Nathan, and Ben Mason? How you guys doing tonight? I'm just going to go over the NFL draft picks real quick, the Steelers draft picks, where I think they could start right away. And will update my big board to show you guys on the depth chart where they can go. So let me go ahead and I'll actually pull up that. So the Steelers ideal off season. I actually have that, and I can update the draft. No. There you go. So now I can go ahead and update the rosters for everything we got. So this is taking place after the NFL draft, which I'm very excited for. And pretty much with my players, unfortunately, did not get a lot of players though. Good thing is we did get a lot of players coming back. We do get some new players. We got Najee Harris. I think that was the one we were linked to the most. We got Najee Harris, which is fantastic. I love this pick. He's going to be a workhorse running back. He actually hosted his own draft party at the homeless shelter he used to live at in California, which was an awesome story. The guy's such a great player, and he's going to be a fit right in with the Steelers. He's going to be fantastic with us. I love Najee Harris all right away, man. I would love to get a Najee Harris jersey, probably replace my James Conner one. So that'd be my best thing right now that I would like to see. But the good thing is we have Najee Harris. He'll be wearing number 22 for us as a Pittsburgh Steeler. Here you go, 6'2", 230 pounds. I'm very excited to see Najee Harris in a Steeler uniform. Next up, though, in the second round, we actually did address something interesting. We actually did address tight end, which with Vance McDonald retiring this year, we did need a tight end. I figured we would get one in the offseason or maybe draft one, but we did draft one. I didn't think we were going to get him one this early, but we got, and his nickname in Massachusetts was Baby Gronk. So you already know I'm already like, all right, I like this pick a little bit. So Pat Freiermuth from Penn State, 6'5", 258 pounds. He's from Massachusetts. Compared to Gronk a little bit, 6'5". This guy is going to be a really good target. I do like the fact that he was the second overall tight end ranked, according to many people from Walter Football, CBS Sports. He's one of the top tight end prospects other than Kyle Pitts, but let's be honest, no one was going to touch Kyle Pitts. But second best tight end prospect on many people's draft board. We got him here. He's going to be a perfect complement to Eric Ebron, because the good thing is Eric Ebron probably is not going to stay after 2022. More than likely, he's on contract this year and next year. I just don't see him being there after 2022. So let me go ahead and I'll update this in a second. But the good thing is I can now go ahead and I can just update my. All right. So that's what I just want to make sure we had. So the good thing is we got some interesting players. We got some good depth pieces now, and I'm actually really excited for what we're going to do. So that will actually be, I'm excited. Okay, so actually, yeah, it's fine. I actually don't mind doing that. But yeah, so the good thing is we got ourselves a really good player here. I like this pickup a lot for Pat Freemuth. He is going to be one of those tight ends I think is going to be a cornerstone of our franchise. A lot of people said it's going to be like the next Heath Miller for us. I can see that realistically. And I'm really excited to see how good he can be, because the good thing is why we drafted this early is because he can block. He's not just a receiving tight end. We put him up in the slot. He's going to be insanely good in Matt Canada's offense, and I really like this pick a lot. It's grown on me. He's the second best tight end prospect. This guy can catch every ball. He did not have a single drop in the 30 pass attempts thrown to him, which is incredible in college. This guy is going to fit right away in our offense, and I like him as a slot tight end that we could put him in as a blocker. Then he could come out from the tight. That's where he really worked on most, and that's why I like to see with Ben. Next up for Ben Roethlisberger to throw at him. Next up is Kendrick Green, center/guard from Illinois University. We do have him as a center. We drafted him as a center, but this guy can play guard or center, which is awesome. I like that versatility. And let's be honest, he is not probably going to start right away. He is probably going to be a backup because we do have BJ Finney as our starter right now, and I'll update that. I'll update everything when we get done. So yeah, I have him being a really good compliment to us. I'm excited for I just wanted to copy something real quick, so I apologize. But Kendrick Green, though, I really like the depth he provides for us, especially at our center. He can be a really good center, backup center for us, especially in a few years to come. And I really like this pickup a lot. He's saying that he was going to be interesting to say the least. Some people thought he's undersized. I personally think he's a good fit for us. And yes, there is a Ben Mason guy in the Baltimore Ravens from Michigan. It's pretty crazy to say the least. So yeah, Kendrick Green, welcome to Steelers, man. I'm excited to have him. He'll be a backup center to PJ Finney. So actually, I'm just updating my stuff real quick. I'm just updating a few things. Okay. There we go. We have him there. He'll be a backup center for us. I like this pick a lot. Next up, though, is our 4th round pick. We got Dan Moore Jr. from Texas A&M offensive tackle. So pretty much just like, oh, we're not getting offensive line. Well, we drafted a center and offensive tackle, which is amazing that we have that. And he could be a starter down the road. I don't think he's going to start right away, but I think Okafor is probably going to start probably right away. I don't think he'll be ready to start, but this guy can start though still and be a really good fit for us. I'm excited to see how good he can be as a tackle. He'll probably sit for a little bit behind him, but still. Didn't have a receiver, so let me go ahead and put this in here. All right. Next up after that, we got Buddy Johnson, inside linebacker from Texas A&M as well. And he was a really good defensive linebacker. He can be a good complementary piece to Vince Williams, because I know Vince Williams is probably not going to be on the team much longer. I think he's there for at least one more year. He can fit in pretty well. He'll probably play on special teams to start, but this guy can be a pretty good fit right away for us, and I like this guy a lot. He'll be a good fit for us, definitely down the road. He'll definitely be a good fit, and I'm excited to see how good he will be. Because right now we do have some good pieces on tackle. We just need to get him a little bit more experience. But still, I like this guy a lot, though. Then we have a trade pick. We got into the 5th round and actually got a defensive tackle, Isaiah Loudermilk from Wisconsin. I actually do like this pick. He's a good interior defensive tackle, and he provides good depth piece, especially to rotate with Tyson All because I know we have All as well. I'm glad we got him back. But he'll be a good fit for us. So, and I like this pick a lot. He doesn't have to play right away. He can be a depth piece, but he'll definitely fit in really well. And I like this pick a lot, though, because we do have Isaiah Buggs still. We still have Tyson All, but this will be a good fit for us. Loudermilk. All right, I just want to make sure I put him in my F piece. There you go. So Isaiah Loudermilk, welcome to Steelers. Then we also have an outside linebacker. We got another linebacker in the 6th round, Quincy Rosh from Miami. This was originally Tampa Bay's pick. We got him here in the 6th round. A really good, underrated linebacker from Miami because Miami had a really good defensive team this year. I like this pick a lot. He doesn't have to start right away. He can definitely be a good depth piece, especially want to really run him outside sometimes because we have Quincy Rosh, who was originally projected to be a 4th round pick, which is crazy. We got him in the 6th round with a steal. I like this pickup a lot. Him and Buddy Johnson might be able to come in, especially helping out with Highsmith as well. I like this pickup a lot. So can't go wrong with that. Then we have the last 2 picks of our draft, Trey Norwood from Oklahoma. I like this pickup a lot. It's a good young cornerback we need to work with. And another quarterback, what he signed in free agents in the undrafted side, he'll be a good depth piece too. And I like the fact that we are getting younger on defense because right now, with releasing Steven Nelson, we only have one old corner left in our team, and that is Joe Hayden. The rest of them are young guys. I don't know if Justin Lane will still be on the team, depending on what happens with him, but still – we got an essential piece, though, just in case something happens. Then we got our last pick, which is Presley Harvin III from Georgia Tech. I freaking love this punter pick, dude. This guy's a punter. He could throw the ball. This guy is so incredible athletically as a punter, and I really like this. So it's going to be interesting, to say the least, how good he'll fit. But I really think he is going to take over Jordan Berry's spot, and he'll be our starter. I'm excited for that. So, yeah. This is our 2021 Steelers draft class. I like each and all of our picks. I honestly, if I had to give us a realistically interesting pick, I probably would say we'll get a B, realistically. I say we'll probably get a B, more than likely. So I probably would say we'll get a B. It's an iffy B plus probably. And then we got ourselves our actual undrafted free agent. We'll show that. So go ahead and show you guys the undrafted free agents as well, because one of them I really want to talk about. So here is our undrafted rookie free agents following the conclusion of the draft. We have Shakur Brown from Michigan State, decent cornerback. I like him a little bit. Calvin Bundage from Oklahoma State, good linebacker to be used anywhere. Rico Busi from Hawaii could be a good depth piece, especially if he could definitely provide some good competition in training camp. Isaiah McCoy from Kent State, Donovan Stintner from Florida State, Lamont Wade from Penn State, and Jamar Watson, Kentucky. But the one I want to talk about the most is Mark Gilbert. And this is Darrelle Revis's cousin, from what I've heard. And he could be a stud in this league, man. Mark Gilbert from Duke. He went against there was actually good footage of him when they played Baylor against Denzel Mims, and he pretty much completely just shut him down. I really like Mark Gilbert, man. He's going to be insanely good, especially because he's cousins with Darrelle Revis, which is insane. And he's an undrafted free agent, which is unreal. I like this pickup a lot. I think he could be a game day star, definitely one of the ones if he works hard enough. But my goodness, this guy is going to be a fantastic pick. He was projected to go 4th and 6th round. He did not end up picked. But hey, we got him as a undrafted free agent. I really like this. And man, this is what does it have a good we have a good, interesting undrafted free agent class. I like each and all of these picks. I want to go over some of the other ones. Rico Busey can be pretty good. Calvin Bunich could be a decent linebacker, but I'll go ahead once I give me a second. I'm just going to update my rosters. I'm going to update everything real quick, and then I'm going to show you guys what the depth chart will look like now that we have all these pieces in. So just give me a second. Let me go ahead and I'll put in everything into my little thing. So just give me a second. I'm going to be right back, and I'll be back once I update everything. I'll show you guys the updated depth charts where I think everyone will go, especially our draft picks. So give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Don't worry, guys. I'm still updating everything. If you guys want, I can show you guys all my stuff that I'm trying to do. I'm trying to base it off of the Steelers roster right now, which actually is up here, which I will show you guys. So give me 1 second. So there you go. Here's the Steelers player selection. I mean, all the roster. So I'm just trying to make sure I get all the players I would like to get in real quick and put in mainly to the starting roles, because I think there's a few people that aren't probably going to start for this team, or probably are just going to be just depth pieces. So just give me a second and I'll put them in. Because we do got a lot of picks right now. There's definitely a good amount of people I definitely want to put in. I just want to make sure I get all the right picks in. He's one of our guards. I'm going to put him in as a guard. Put in everyone I want to put in. So you guys will actually see the good thing is we got a good amount of pieces. I just want to make sure I get. Good thing is we'll have some good pieces, though. That's for sure. And I want to make sure we'll have. There are some pieces I'm probably not 100% sure we're going to have right away. But hey, we got a good amount of people that we can just plug in. We have a decent offensive line. I just want to make sure we get enough people in here. So don't worry, guys. I'll put in the final roster in just a second. Just want to make sure I get enough people in. I just want to make sure I get everything that I want put in. So give me a second. So we'll see what happens here. Just put in. We have a good amount of quarterbacks. Extreme Ben Roethlisberger. Samuels. Yeah, I don't know how he's still on the roster, but don't worry, I'll have everything updated at the very end. But pretty much this is where I think we're going to go with realistically. So there you go. When we have Highsmith, I think we'll be on our outside right now. But I'll show you guys what I have at this moment. But this is just based off my projected realistic depth charts, but there's still plenty of room to work on it, and there's still plenty of time to update the depth charts. So let me go ahead and actually show you guys what I got right now. Just as players, because there's still plenty of practice squad players I probably think we'll have. But this is just the depth chart I think the Steelers will probably go with just to start the season. And the first game of the season, we don't know when it is yet, but it will be coming out very soon, which I'm very excited about. I'm very excited to see how good this team could be. The biggest question people are going to say is our offensive line going to be ready? I think our offensive line is going to be more than fine. We got some good players. We got Ben Roethlisberger coming back for his last season. Mason Rudolph just extended for one more year. Then we have Dobbs and Haskins who can compete next year. Then we have Najee Harris starting running back, Benny Snell, Anthony McFarland, Kalen Ballage, who probably will be a really big backup player, not used very much. Then we have Juju Smith-Schuster, Deontay Johnson, James Washington as our wide receivers set up. Then we have Chase Claypool, Ray McLeod, and then Nico Bussey, who probably could be a sixth receiver. Deion Kane also could be in there. I'm not sure if we have Deion Kane still in the roster. Let me look. Nope, we do not have him on the roster, so I'll take him out and probably put someone else in, but take him out. Fullback is Derek Watt. Then we have tight end, Eric Ebron, Pat Freiermuth, and Zach Gentry will probably be our tight end starters right away. Then we have centers. We do have a good amount of center depth and offensive line depth. We have BJ Finney, who will probably be a starter. Then JC Hassenauer, and then Kendrick Green will probably be a work-in somewhere around there. Then we have David DeCastro, and then our tackle is Jameer Jones, one of our other guards. Then we have left guard is Kevin Dotson, and then Danny Isadora is also on the left guard side. Backup, then we have Chumato Okafor as our starting left tackle. Then Dan Moore Jr. who could be a backup. Then we have Zach Banner as our other right tackle, and Joe Haig as our other right tackle backup. Then we have our defensive tackles, Hayward and Isaiah Davis, I think it is. Let me see here. Let me look up the name real quick. Carlos Davis, who is one of our backup tackles, will probably be Loudermilk more than likely. Will probably take his spot more than Davis. So let me put him in and put Davis in out here. Okay. Then we have Tyson Alala and Isaiah Buggs, realistically a nose tackle, and Davis can always be a defense. Then we have TJ Watt and Adaney. As I noticed. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. I forgot defensive end. Stephon Tuitt, Chris Wormley are our defensive ends right now. And then Harry Mondor could also be a defensive end as well. Then we have TJ Watt, Ola Daney, and Vic. And actually, I don't know why I put that in. Take him out. Left inside linebacker could be a big amount of plays. This is where the defense probably is going to be filled out later on. But Devin Bush, left inside linebacker, and we also have depth as well, which I could probably go over right now. We have our other linebackers who could fit in the role as well. Would be Ulysses Gilbert, who probably could fill in. I'll put him in actually. The third. There we go. And then we also can put in Highsmith's going to be starting Jameer Jones, Miles Killebrew, Christian Kuntz, probably special teamer, Jarvis Miller. It's a great scale. So probably won't make it. Jamar Watson. We have. Yeah, I think those are the main ones. Marcus Allen, also, I forgot him. He'll also probably be in there somewhere. So we have Vince Williams and Robert Spillane, Alex Highsmith and Marcus Allen, and then we have our cornerbacks, Joe Hayden and James Pierre. Then we have our safeties, Terrell Edmonds and our rookie Battle. which I'm excited to have him on there. Then we have Minkah Fitzpatrick, obviously, and Antoine Brooks Jr. Then we have, I wish we did Steven Nelson. Probably is going to be a big filler. Probably going to put Sutton in to start, to be honest with you, as our starting corner. I'll probably put another corner back in somewhere as well. Probably put Norwood in as one of our nickel starters. So there's that for that. Then we have our special teams kickers, Chris Boswell. Presley Harvin III is going to be our punter. Then Cameron Kennedy is probably going to be our long snapper right now. That's pretty much where we're at right now, I think, for the 53-player roster. I think we'll definitely put some players in special teams. So if I had to put in, so probably 2, 3, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53. That is where I think we could be at right now, because our blue players, I have the blue is for special team, is our practice squad players as of right now. And a lot of these players will probably be on the practice squad. I think pretty much all our players will probably be. So I forgot to put in Buddy Johnson, Quincy Rosh will probably make the roster. So let me put them in actually instead of Marcus Allen. I think Marcus Allen probably will get a little bit probably get moved to the practice squad, to be honest with you. I don't see it. We get a good depth piece, but I think Buddy Johnson will probably be in as our right inside linebacker, or one of our inside linebackers, because we have, let me put him in. Buddy Johnson. There you go. And then, we have him as a right outside linebacker. Realistically, we can have Williams, and then we have, actually, instead of Allen, I like Quincy Rosh instead. So I'm going to put in Rosh as our outside linebacker. Then I pretty much have all our draft picks. The only one I probably could see not making the starting roster would probably be Trey Norwood, just to put him on the backup spot for start being. But I like Mark Gilbert to be one of our starting corners, actually. He could be one of our backup corners. I think he could be a good starting corner for. Actually, I probably would put in him over Norwood as our starting cornerback. Realistically, I think he'd be a starting cornerback. Then we have probably take away one other player. So let me see. If I had to put away one other player, I probably would take away Battle, realistically, and put in more linebacker depth. Realistically, just because I think Edmonds would be fine there. We can always have another safety come in as well. Realistically, I think we would need more rotational linebackers as well. But this is right now what I think our depth chart will be at the start. More than likely, if I think we had to probably put in one other receiver, maybe we put in Nico Bussey as a special teamer, and then we put in a backup. I probably would say we can rather have defensive backfield, probably more important. I think we probably will go with 5 receivers. So I probably think Bussey will be a special teamer more likely. Practice squad player. I'm sorry. So the other players I probably could see us putting on the special team roster right now, probably would say Calvin Bundage will probably be on there. So let me put him in. Bundage. I'll probably put him as a backup linebacker. I probably put him as a special teamer. A practice squad player, because not all our undrafted players will probably be on the starting roster. And Shakur Brown, I probably would say is Brown right here, will probably be one of our practice squad players. Let me put him in as a backup. Shakur Brown, Jamar Watson's also one of our. Isaiah McCoy will probably be another receiver we put in. McCoy, there we go. Then we have. Let me see here. Let me just make sure. We should put it as safety as one of our starters. I would like to realistically see one of our. Maybe we don't have Battle. If he'd probably be between Battle and one of the undrafted free agents, I would like to personally see Donovan Stintner probably play as one of our backup safeties realistically. So I'll put him in. And then put in Battle as a practice squad player. There we go. I like that actually a little bit better personally. Now I'm just going through it. Then we have Lamont Wade as one of our safeties as well. I'll probably put that in as one of our backups. So realistically, I'm really liking where the Steelers are going to have. Then Jamar Watson probably the last person I put in. And I'll probably put him as an outside linebacker right here. And probably put him as our. Do we even have Henry Mardor on our roster anymore? Yeah, we do. Okay, we do have him in, but he'll be a practice squad player because we got to put in a lot of players in the practice squad. We'll probably carry a practice or inactive roster. If I had to put in an inactive roster, it'd probably be Dobbs, Busey. Actually, let me do. Instead of doing blue as our inactives, I'll probably put in yellow as on our inactive list. Because these are players that will probably be a game day fit, but probably inactive. More likely won't be able to probably play. So I'd rather do that realistically. And then we have here. Because I think we can carry up to 8 players on the inactive. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and last one as 8. There we go. We got our inactives. Then we could put in whoever we have in blue can just be practice squad. So then I'll just put in inactives will be yellow. So I like that. And this is our 53-man roster. We're still plenty of time left to make our 53-man roster choice. But if I were the Steelers, this is probably the best fit for our starting offense and a starting defense. And it's going to be an interesting change this year. It is going to be a very interesting change to see how good the Steelers will do. But very much other than that, there really isn't much else for me left to talk about. A B- overall. Yeah, I honestly like the tight end pick mainly because we do need a replacement for Eric Ebron. And yeah, Eric Ebron is only going to last a little bit longer. I don't see him lasting much longer. I see him until the end of 2022. And Freemuth could be a good key piece like the what was the other pick? I was going to say something. It was like Heath Miller, the next generation Heath Miller. So I like to see him like that. That would probably be the best thing. So I say overall our draft gets a B+. I like the picks that we have. Could we have gone for Josh Myers or Creed Humphrey or Dylan Radunz? I'd probably say yes, but right now, I'm really liking our roster, though, and majority of the players that we don't have on here will probably be on the practice squad. So, yeah, that's pretty much realistically. I'm going to make this guy my inactive. I got to make him an inactive, and then put one of the linebackers. I'll probably put him as one of our practice squad guys, just because realistically, we're going to carry at least a practice squad of 15 people. It's not my job to judge all these positions. It's just my job to give you guys an actual roster and actual depth chart based on what we have right now. So the 2 starting quarterbacks we'll have are Ben Roethlisberger and Mason Rudolph, at least for this year. Then we have Najee Harris, the crown jewel of our draft class, Benny Snell, and McFarland as our top 3 running backs. Then we have Juju Smith-Schuster for one more year, Juju. Deontay Johnson, Washington. Chase Claypool, Ray McLeod as our receivers. I like that. I like our receivers a good amount. Derek Watt, our fullback. Eric Ebron and Pat Freiermuth. I like him as our backup tight end who could play in the slot. BJ Finney, Hassenauer, and Kendrick Green as our centers, pretty much because we're going to need a lot of offensive line help. So David Castro and Jameer Jones as our right guards. Kevin Dotson and Danny Isandora. Chumato Okafor and Danny Moore Jr. as our rough tackles. Then right tackles will be Zach Banner and Joe Haig. Then we have Hayward and Loudermilk as our defensive tackles. No tackles, all allow Bugs, and then Davis. I like those picks a lot. Then we have Stephon Tuitt, Chris Wormley, and Henry Modor as a inactive bid. Then we had TJ Watt, Oladini, Devin Bush, and Ulysses Gilbert, Vince Williams, Robert Spillane, and Buddy Johnson, Alex Highsmith, Quincy Rosh, and then we have Joe Hayden, James Pierre, Terrell Edmonds. Unfortunately, I know this is probably last year with Edmonds. Then we have Stittner as one of our backup safeties. I think will make the game day roster from undrafted. I think we have 2 undrafted that make the roster, Stittner and Gilbert. Then we have Ninka Fitzpatrick, Antoine Brooks Jr., Cameron Sutton, Justin Lane. As of right now, I don't know if he's going to be released. Then we have Ulysses. Then we have Mark Gilbert, the star cornerback, undrafted free agent. I think he's the best undrafted free agent that we got. And then we also have Norwood on our backup, then Boswell, Presley Harvin, and Canada. And overall, I think this is a good roster, realistically. I think that this roster is a good roster. And people were saying, oh, everyone wants to jerk off over the Cleveland Browns freaking goddamn draft, saying it's one of the best drafts in years, all this other bullshit. It's good, but I think the Steelers overall probably had the best draft in the AFC North at B+, followed by Cleveland probably at B+ as well. I'd probably say both of them at B+. Cincinnati's probably a B-. Same with Baltimore. I think Baltimore's at a B and Cincinnati's at a B-. Because how the fuck can you pass on Penei Sewell? I'm looking at you, Dashy. So, with that being said, that's pretty much going to do it for this video, guys. That is my overall recap on the 2021 Steelers draft class. I'm very excited to see how these guys play and how these guys contribute to the Steelers. And this year, though, could be a really interesting year because we have the Hangouts again Wednesday. I probably won't do much more content on the draft for a while just because I think this is mainly it. And I don't know if I'll do a 2022 one. I don't know yet, but have this one. We got the Hangouts on Wednesday and next Wednesday because I'm probably not going to do any other videos. I may just hold off just because I'm just trying to work and do some other stuff. But I'm looking for having the Hangouts on Wednesday, next 2 Wednesdays in a row. I'm very excited for that. Then we got next week, which is the TTC Hangout episode 12, which is 13 is the NFL schedule release, which I'm very excited to do, and I'll cover that in more detail. But with that being said, guys, that's pretty much it for me. With that being said, this is LC Muscles 28. See you guys later. Stay awesome. Have a great night. Let's go Steelers. Let's go Penguins, and let's go Cardinals, baby. Let's go.